Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing a layout with you that I am making to take part in the paper issues crop this weekend. And if you're interested in taking part in all the challenges that they have to offer, head on over to the Paper Issues Facebook page. It's called Paper Issues Friends and Fans, and then you are more than welcome to take part in the challenges that they have to offer. And the challenge that I'm choosing to crop today is called Rip It Open. And it's basically, you can interpret that any way you want to. You can interpret that by ripping some paper apart, tearing some paper, tearing embellishments, anything like that. So what I've done here is I've chosen my collection, and it's the Dear Lizzy Lovely Day collection. And I've, you see there on the left-hand side, I've already done some fussy cutting on the one floral page, and I'm going to be doing some mixed media on this page. And I've already put some gesso on my page. You'll see the gesso is I've painted it in an L shape on the left hand and bottom edges of my paper. And I'm going to be coming in with 4 different colors. The first color, that teal color, is a gelato. It's called Metallic Mint. And I just rubbed it straight onto my craft mat and just added some water and did the packaging technique to get it onto the page. Now, that yellow color is an H2O twinkling. It's called Sunburst. It's a very vibrant color. It's got a very subtle shimmer to it, and I also just applied it to the page with a packaging technique. This purple color is called Raspberry. It's a gelato. Very vibrant, also quite dark, so you can add lots of water to it. You'll see there that the little bits that didn't quite dissolve in the water, I'm just going in there with my little water brush and dissolving them, and you'll see the lovely watercolor effect that gives. The more water you add to gelatos, the lighter the color gets, so you can really achieve lovely watercolor effect with the gelatos. And the packaging technique makes the color go onto your page very randomly, so it looks like you just splashed some water onto the page. It's quite lovely. That pink that I'm using there, it's called Bubblegum, and it's also a very vibrant color. I've been using it a lot lately in my layouts. So you'll see now that I'm just trying to get rid of some of those little bits that have come off the gelato that hasn't quite dissolved in the water, and I'm just trying to get them to dissolve there. And I'm just going to be adding the color to my little package there and smudging it onto the page, straight onto the page. And I'm going to be adding some water to that as well to try and get rid of those the little bits that didn't quite dissolve. And you'll see in a bit what that turns out to look like. Now, this layout did take a bit of a turn. I had a whole other idea in my head of what this layout should look like, or what I wanted it to look like, but it did take a turn, and it just shows you that you shouldn't throw something away if it doesn't go your way. Try and work with it, try and figure it out, try to salvage what you started, because oh man, I wanted to throw this layout out quite a few times, and I got very frustrated because things weren't going my way and things were really going upside down. Really, you'll see in a bit that things weren't really going the way I wanted them to go. So here you'll see I'm just adding more water. I'm just dipping my water brush there in the water. The water chamber of my brush is empty, so I'm just too lazy to fill it up there at the moment. So I'm just going to be adding some water there. And what I do is, because of the amount of water on that pink bit, the color is quite runny, and I like that. So I'm just going to be angling my page, turning it this way and that, to make some little droplets run. And there you see I went in with my heat gun and I dried all those colors, and I'm going to be coming in with my fussy cut flowers over that. So I'm just thinking where I want that. That Live Today is going to be the title. And yeah, so this I still liked. I still liked the big open space on the top right hand corner, and things are going to take a turn now. The photo that I'm using there is a photo that I took of me and my daughter. We were lying on the bed just relaxing. I think I was still pregnant with Lucy there. And yeah, well, I just decided to do a selfie. And I don't do selfies. I don't. It doesn't occur to me to do selfies. I'm not one of those that sit and take photos of myself or the food I'm eating or the view I have, or the typical Instagram pics that people take. But this was cute. She was giving me cuddles and loves and hugs, and I thought, oh, I want to remember this moment forever. So I took a selfie. So yeah, and that's the photo there. I'm backing my photo on some vellum, and I'm just going to be tearing the edges, and the torn edges just adds a little bit of whimsy to the page and some texture. This is a challenge called Rip It Open, so I'm ripping up that vellum. I've done quite a bit of fussy cutting on this layout. I wanted a lot of flowers on the left hand side there, and so here's where the disaster ensues. I add some water to my little pot there. It's the sunburst color, it's a twinkling. And I wanted just a little bit of that yellow on the other side of the photo. And I just wanted something to stick out there on the other side of the photo. But yeah, this is where things start going a little bit off the rails here. It's not the brush's fault, it's not the paint's fault, it's nothing else's fault. See, I'm basically just doing some splatters over there, and see, this is where I should have left it. With the little splatters, and just there. Shouldn't have done anything more, I should have just let it all dry. But then I go in with my little package, and I don't know when to stop. So I tip that over and I smudge it on the page, and yeah. So there you go. I bring back the photo and I realize this is way too much yellow. It does not work. So I put acrylic paint over it and it doesn't cover the yellow, and I smudge gesso over it and it doesn't cover the yellow, and I do layers and layers and layers of acrylic white paint, and in the end I don't get it covered up to where I like it, and it looks awful. There's so much gunk on that page, and it really didn't look the way I was planning for it to look. I mean, you can see, here the lighting, and it's deceiving. But in real life, you could see how much I tried to cover that yellow up. And the yellow kept on, you could see the yellow through all the paint I added on there. The paint just could not cover it all up. So I glued all my little flowers down, and here you go. I decided I'm not going to give up on this page, and I've worked too hard on it to just throw it away, and I just ripped that bit off. There you go. I've never done anything like that, so that was a first. And I stuck it on another piece of paper. So I decided, you know what, this layout's going to be my Rip It Open layout, and I'm going to make it work. And so I'm just using my ATG there to secure it to the to that other page, and in the end this really looks nice. And I pop up the ripped edges on some foam squares, and it gives a very nice texture, and it gives it makes a very nice shadow on that other page. So yeah, just don't give up. If something doesn't go your way, or if a layout really doesn't work, put it aside and come back later, or yeah, come back the next day, or file it away, and then when you're ready, take it out of your file or your folder, or even if it's a couple of days, and just go back. And yeah, then you can go and fix whatever you think was wrong with it. So in this case, the only way I felt that I could fix it was to rip the bit off that I totally messed up with my yellow. So I have 2 of these pages, and this is from the Dear Lizzy Lovely Day, and these flowers are fantastic. They're so versatile. You can color them in, you can watercolor them, you can fussy cut them like I'm doing, you can use the page just like that as a black and white accent for matting. The possibilities for this is just endless. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be using this to do some more fussy cutting so that I have some texture behind that layer that I was tearing up. So you'll see that I've gone and stuck it down. I did some work after the video is complete. I did add some vellum as a layer between the 2 pages, and you'll see that when in the stills. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.